Oh yeah, it's your girl Saucey Brown. Coming to you talking about something that you know I've been dealing with, health issues, for quite some time now. However, watching my dear beloved Tracy leave here, dealing with cancer, it's brought me to a realization how real. Ooh, look at that. Wash my face now, know what that is all over me. Anyway, brought me to a real realization that uh, your health is gonna make or break your happiness. And lately I've been, well, first of all, let me say, most of y'all know I had the gastric bypass and ended up staying in the hospital 3 weeks, almost 4. And a lot of challenges came after having the surgery for the second time. This is my actual, I had the gastric bypass, excuse me, adjusting my breasts. I had the gastric bypass in 2004, excuse me, September of 2004. And it went well for almost 20 years. Then recently I realized, well, I didn't realize my doctors found a hole in my stomach and decided they had to do a revision on my surgery. And it's been over 20 years, y'all, and I could not eat more than maybe half a sandwich here or there. But I had some issues with my back, of course, and ended up having back surgery, and I laid up the whole time doing the COVID, and excruciating pain afterwards, and gained a lot of weight. So I had this surgery again in December 29th of this year. Let me keep my charger. They say I'm running low. And so, after having the surgery, had a lot more complications, and just things weren't going right. Really weren't. And here lately, I'm only 10 weeks out of my surgery, and I've started back eating sugar, eating almost everything. It's almost like the surgery was reversed, because now I can eat a full plate of food now. I've still lost 30-something pounds, not much, more than last time I updated with you. But now I can eat more, and I've incorporated back sugar. So I was thinking about what happened with with Tracy, and the blights of life happen to all of us. One thing for sure is definitely we all gonna leave here. So it's not the fact that she passed, it's the fact that for her to have something that took her so quickly, within a year, which I really believe she knew before then. Like myself, I knew I had all these pains and aches and just was leery going to the hospital. My surgeon this time told me to come in because I've been having a lot of pains and a lot more aches than usual. Told me to go to the emergency room. I ain't been because I don't want to hear any more bad news. And after seeing that, I thought about it. I said, you know what? What's more important? Health, happiness, or both? Because to get to your healing, you got to know your happiness matters. So, I just want to jump on here real quick and say to you guys, happiness is synonymous with healing. Even until your last breath, you can choose to be happy with what you've chosen to do and soar, or you can choose to continue to wallow in it, let the struggles of addiction, loneliness, depression, or just life control and dictate where and how you live out your life. I pride myself in being a Christian. I also pride myself in knowing that I know that I know that I know who Christ is in me and the hope of glory in me. And with that, that's that Holy Spirit within you, that ancestral knowing in you, that calling and longing on the inside of you that lets you know when it's time to change and how that change will affect your overall outcome. Will it be too late to live on in this lifetime? When you decide to say, you know what, today enough is enough. I choose today to be happy with what I'll be happy with tomorrow. And the only way I'll be happy with what I choose tomorrow, is to be happy with what I do today. So, I woke up, as always, around 2, 3 in the morning, excruciating pain, drinking water, because water is the only thing that kind of eases it. And laying here thinking, okay, you go ahead, pop your pills, do what you want to do. But when you open your eyes fully in the morning, decide if you're going to continue to go through all this pain and this misery. Are you going to make the necessary changes in your diet? No, that's not the right word. In your new lifestyle. Because you have to start somewhere. This was a jump start, this surgery again. Now, it opened up the possibility for me to be able to eat and eat and eat. And I said, okay, don't blame that on the devil. No. They put you at a place where you are at your healthiest and wholest point to start building back happiness in health and healing. So, 10 weeks later, I've decided I want to live, and with living comes eating for health. I've spent 48 years now eating for pleasure. Now it's time to eat for health. So I'm on here asking for tips. I was watching the Terrell show. Big ups Terrell. And he had the lady Tabitha Brown on, and which I've seen her a couple times. It just me personally don't gravitate to her, but watching her on Terrell's show a little bit, just kind of the little nuggets that she threw this time stuck, and I think it stuck because I made that choice last night that I want to do something different. So I mentioned being a Christian. I feel like God meets us halfway. If you're willing to take a step, he doesn't meet us halfway. He meets us right there at that step. That's a better word. So I took that step last night to think it. And that was just in my thinking. And this morning he met me with a positive affirmation of something that I can do tangibly to start. So I'm on here asking for tips. Just some tips. Because when you deal with addictions, and I am addicted to sugar, have been for eons. You know, everybody know me, that's my thing. I'll eat something sweet. I won't eat no food. Yeah, you can take meat, chicken, every food known to man away from me. But give me something sweet, I'm straight. And some water. But I noticed in this last year, my skin, and I've always had the most flawless, beautiful skin, and that's no, not over exaggerating. I've always heard that, oh my God, your skin is so pretty, your skin is so clear. What do you do? What do you wash with? Nothing. Water and regular soap. Whatever soap and baby, whatever I'm washing my face with, that's it. And I've always drunk water. And I think maybe recently I've been in coconut juice and stuff like that here and there, but mostly tea if I'm gonna drink anything. But anyway, so, but my skin has started to really break out and rash up a lot. And I only sleep on white sheets. It's a pet peeve of mine. It's that OCD in me. But I have to have some white. They gotta be white. Mm. And so I know it's not, anything that's coming from, sheets or clothing or even my hair. Because I've been wearing this blonde hair for 100 years. Really, really. But my skin is starting to break out. And it's like all these different changes are going on. And I know that comes with time and age as well. But I just want to say, you know, when you start noticing little stuff like this, and I'm bringing tying this back to Tracy, I think you start noticing stuff, and instead of us going and taking it to go and find out, we kind of wait to the last minute to go. And because this type of throat cancer that she passed, the cancer she passed from, is something that is not really like you have a lot of signs of initially, you know, but they say it comes from, some throat cancers come from most smokers or drinkers, esophagus burn, a lot of that, people that do a lot of throwing up, stuff like that. After not knowing which one she, or if either of those were a factor for her. But I do know this: early detection can stop a lot of it and give you a longer life. And I know me, if I was to, God forbid, find something out, I know that I've spent a lot of time knowing these things, but just didn't want to find out. So I'm saying this to say to you today, if you have pains, ailments, illnesses, go find out what's going on with you. If they say nothing, keep going. Keep asking questions. You have to keep asking those questions. Keep the worst thing I think you can do is to not tell your physician what's really wrong with you. To not tell them everything. Like me. Okay, I'm addicted to sugar. I love sugar. I'm still eating sugar. You know, you might get the little slap on the back of the hand, but then they can still do those tests, find out what's really going on with you, and get early detection and find out what, if anything, can keep you from going on to be with your ancestors at an early age. Because 50 was very young, but 20 is very young. 10 is very young. 5 is very young. All of it is too young. All of our lives are but a vapor. And to have ailments, to have things that have you so frightened that you don't want to go to the doctor and find out in a timely manner, can only rob you when you decide you want to live long and have a prosperous life. So I say to you today, choose healthy, happy, healing. And the only way to get to that point is to choose. No matter what they tell you, you have to know. And knowing can start the process to healing, or start the process of just being happy till you make that transition on to be with your ancestors. This has been Salsa with the Sauce. Stirring the sauce, bringing the tea. Hoping that this information will set you free. Anywho, bye.